All right, welcome to July, you guys. This Zoom is going to be fast and furious, but we did not want to wait until our first team huddle to really get started with everything that we have going on this month. We know that July can actually be one of the busiest and most distracting months for people in this business, just with travel plans and a lot of weddings and all the things. Okay, the weather's nice, kids are home, which most of your kids have been home for months now, but we know that this business can get away from you in the month of July if you are not strategic and planning and having some sort of tracker and accountability for your business. And we know that the 40 of you wouldn't be on here right now if you did not have goals for this business that you would like to reach before the end of 2020. And July is one of those crucial months where you can either take your foot off the gas and let life get the best of you, and then look up in August and just have lost the momentum that you had. I think of this business a lot like going to the gym. For those of you that have ever worked out in your life, you know that it's hard to go. It's hard to go the first time when you are out of shape. It's hard because you don't get results. It's hard. It's hard on your body. Your joints hurt. It just takes extra time of your day. It's not really fun if you haven't been going. Okay. And it takes a while for you to start seeing results, number one, but for you to actually start enjoying your time in the gym. But then guess what? Vacation happens, or you take a few weeks off, or you have an injury. Well, guess what? Getting back into that routine, it sucks. So I just want to encourage you guys tonight, before you really dive in, to find a routine that you can do daily for this business. Because as soon as you let yourself take more than a day off, you start missing some of the things that you said you were going to do for your business for more than one day. It's so much harder to get back into that routine. And one day always turns, or 2 days always turns into 3 days, which turns into a week. And then you look up and you're like, you know what? Next month, I'm really going for it. So I want to encourage you guys to make a plan this month that you can stick to daily. And we're going to help you with that by this new tool that we've got for you that I'm going to share in a second. But first, I want to shout out some people from June. We had 28 promotions in the month of June, which is crazy, you guys. And a lot of these were actually double promotions too, which means we probably had like 35, 40 promotions this month. So I'm going to shout those out really quick. You guys can cheer these people on in the chat. So here are our executives. We had Christopher Mott, Teague, which is Sammy Marshall's fiance. Hold on, I gotta mute people. You guys gotta hear these promotions. They deserve the spotlight for a second. Taylor Rhodes, executive. Shannon Green, executive. Araceli, I'm sorry if I butchered that, executive. Ashley Jones, Ruby. Rhonda McBrayer, Ruby. LaQuisha Hatcher-Fields, Ruby. Daisy Rubio, Ruby. Dorian Ferretis, Ruby. So many Rubies, you guys. This is awesome. Shauna Lane, Ruby. Melissa Zapp, Ruby. Chelsea Schultz, Ruby. Gerardo Saldana, that's Marcella's husband. Ruby. Vivian Garza, Ruby. Shayla Jackson, Ruby. Robin Thomas, Ruby. Abby Knieb, Ruby. Juliana Mitchell, Ruby. And Nicole, you guys, this is crazy, and it shows differently in my eSuite for her because she just signed last month and went Ruby. Nicole Pizzini signed June 4th and went Ruby, you guys. Catherine Bicknell, Ruby. Ariana Chin, Emerald. Sarah Gilchrist, Emerald. Jasmine Bailey, Emerald. Jackie Loomis, Emerald. Mickey Harkins, Emerald. And then we had 2 diamonds who earned their $15,000 bonus because they both joined in the last couple of months. So we have Cassie Loomis and Samantha Zachary. I think I got her name right this time. That went diamond. So you guys, that is absolutely incredible to be in a business on a team that is having that kind of momentum and those kinds of promotions in one single month. Okay. So way to go, guys. I hope people were shouting you out in the chat, cheering you guys on. I would love to see some of your goals in the chat. I did ask for people to share on the team page today what their goal was for July, but I know a lot of times things get missed on the team page. I would love for some of you guys to shout out your goal. And I want you to take a second to think about it. I don't want you to be throwing in a goal just because you know that should be your goal. I want you to put the goal out there, and it doesn't have to be a rank. It doesn't have to be a paycheck. It doesn't have to be necessarily anything like that. It can be simply, I am committing to do this month. Like my goal is to average 10 hosts to post a day, or my goal is to do the steps to success, which is 6 customers and 3 distributors. My goal is to prove to myself I can get 10 enrollments. Okay. It doesn't have to be based on rank. It can be mindset. It can be daily actions, things that you are committed to doing for your business that you can look on July 31st. You can look up and say, I'm proud of myself because I did the thing that I said I was going to do on the 1st. Okay. Really quickly, I want to go over our team schedule so that you guys know it, have it, and can take advantage of it. We do normally do Zooms like this on Sunday nights at 8:30 Central, right before the Sunday night corporate call. Mark did say on his call today, that's our CEO, he did say that every Sunday night they have an announcement. I don't know if anyone else caught that. I don't know if he slipped up because we haven't always had an announcement on Sunday nights. So I don't know if that's just something that they're saying for this month, or maybe he didn't mean that. But you don't want to miss those calls. They're a great way to restart your week. So we do our huddle on this exact same code with the same password, 8:30 Central on Sunday nights. And then a lot of times we stay on and we listen to that call at 9 o'clock. I need to change it to where it mutes everyone when they get in. Here we go. Okay. So that's Sunday nights. On Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 8:30 Central for 30 minutes, we have new distributor trainings. Okay. If you are new, if you joined in the last, let's say 60 days, will you drop a 1 in the chat? Let's see who's on here that has joined in the last 60 days. All right, we got 1. Okay, okay, awesome. We've got a couple. I want to encourage you guys, especially those of you in your first 60, even 90 days, to continue to show up for those new distributor trainings. We are going to do a little bit more training on signing distributors this month, because I know that's honestly across the board what people feel like they struggle with. So we're going to be giving more tips on building your team, growing your team, taking care of your team as a new distributor, and then of course all of our normal topics of, signing customers, doing host to post, and all that good stuff. So get on those, you guys. Some of it's going to be repetitive. Sometimes you're going to be bored, but if you're able to get on Zoom at 8:30 on Tuesday or Thursday or both, it's a great time to just get your work done, to do those things that you meant to do that morning or you meant to do throughout your day that you didn't get done. A lot of us just jump on anyways. Even if we're not leading it, even if we're not new, we jump on to work together. So get on as many of those as you can. It's just great accountability for your business. And it's also great to cheer on new distributors that are just getting started. So get on those. And then Monday night, if you are Ruby or above, we have a lot of new Rubies in here, so you might not know this. Monday nights at 9 p.m. Central, we do a Ruby and above Zoom. So that's just a fun little perk that you get to come hang out with us. And then we are going to be sprinkling in some opportunity Zooms on not Zooms, but kind of Zooms on Facebook throughout the month. They might not be the same day and time every single week, so we'll keep you updated. But the first one is going to be this upcoming Monday night at 8:30 Central. Okay. So what you are going to want to do with these, this is just a couple of us get on there. We talk about how we get paid. We talk about our stories, what this business can do for people, how to get started, all the stuff that someone would need to know to get started with this business. And what you'll do when we do those parties is you'll create a watch party. So you'll find the video. It'll probably be on my page this Monday. You will click the share button, create a watch party. So it will actually look like it's playing on your Facebook page, so that any person that's been following you that might be interested in what you're doing, they can easily jump on and get the information. Okay, when it gets a little bit closer, usually like the night before is when I invite people to watch it the next day. I don't tell people way in advance because I don't want them to wait until Monday to join if they're interested. But around Sunday night, just mark your calendar, invite anyone you've talked to about the business previously, invite them to join you Monday night to watch that Facebook Live. So take advantage of that. A couple of other quick things. Our team retreat, if you guys didn't get on that Zoom or didn't see that announcement, we are hosting a retreat. Tiffany Piper, Sarah Brewer, and I are hosting an amazing retreat in Dallas, Texas in October. You guys can earn your way there. You just have to follow the point system in the eSuite. The top 8 people will win a spot, and you guys do not count yourself out 2 months is so much time in this business. And a lot of you guys, I hate to say this, but newer distributors, you guys kind of have an advantage. You can be ignorance on fire. You've got a whole network of people to go through. So use that to your advantage. And leaders, you guys are going to want to work your tails off, because I know a lot of you guys have been to weekends like this and you're not going to want to miss it. So I'm excited to see who earns their spot there. If you guys, haven't turned in your points from June, make sure you do that. We did double points from June 25th to June 30th. So turn in your points, even if you're not sure that you're going to make it, or even if you aren't sure you'll be able to attend that weekend, go ahead and just compete for it, because you never know. So super excited about that. If you guys didn't see that post, make sure you go find it. The house that we have rented is amazing, and we've got some pretty sweet surprises up our sleeves that you guys aren't going to want to miss. So I'm going to show you our new business tool that we are going to be using on this team. It's going to be kind of a trial basis, but I think you guys are really going to like it, and we might just have to tweak it in future months. But for those of you that have been in for probably more than 5 minutes, you know that we use host-to-post trackers. That host-to-post is one of the main parts of our business. It's how we grow our network. It's how we find new potential customers and distributors daily. And it's really simple. We do the same thing over and over. And the trackers are really just a way to help keep us accountable. Everyone uses them just a little bit differently. And I'm not going to go through the tracker tonight, but you guys can search tracker on the team page and you can find out what I'm talking about if this is totally confusing for you. But we are going to give you guys another kind of tracker tonight. And this is going to be one sheet of paper that you print out once a month. You don't need it for every single day. The host-to-post trackers are daily. This is going to be a once a month thing. And my challenge for you guys is to print this tracker off sometime in the next 24 hours. And if you can't print it, it's actually something that would be really easy for you to just open a notebook and write your own version of it. But I want you to fill this out, and I want you to send it to someone in this business that will help hold you accountable. It might be your sponsor. It might be an accountability partner or sideline. It might be both. It might be a diamond upline. It might be someone that has adopted you in the business, like whoever. But I want you to send it to someone, because that'll make sure that you actually do it, and it'll have someone that's going to want to see it at the end of the month. So let me go ahead and screen share and show you what this is going to look like. Let's see here. So it's going to be called a growth tracker. So if we ever, if you come to us, you message us, let me see here, it's right here. Okay. If you message us and you come to us saying, I'm just discouraged, or I'm not getting the enrollments that I wanted, or I've been doing host to post, but I'm just not signing customers. Okay. If you come to any of us with that, we're probably going to ask you to see this growth tracker. So what you're going to do in the next 24 hours when you print this or write this out, I'm just going to walk you through it. Obviously, self-explanatory, your July goal. Okay. Then here's your 90-day goal. Because if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I always like people to have a short-term goal, so the next 31 days, and then a longer-term goal. So it could be anywhere between 90 days to a year. Because the truth is, sometimes we miss our short goals.
Hey, Alyssa, sorry. It's like blacked out. Like it looks like the part of your screen that shows the actual document is just blacked out.
It's just like the header.
Shrunk. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know how to fix that, because it shows.
Oh, no.
It's okay. It's not a big deal, because it's really easy.
Like it's minimized.
It did that the other night. I think if you share and maybe just click to one tab and go back, it might correct it.
Okay, let's try.
Yay, there it is.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so weird. It looks exactly the same. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay, so here, self-explanatory, your July goal, your 90-day goal. I always encourage people to make a longer term goal, because like I said, sometimes you're going to miss those shorter term goals. And in a business like this, you need something that's going to make you stick, that's going to make you stay loyal, that's going to make you keep fighting for your goals, because that's just a part of life, you guys. You're going to miss goals. If you guys saw my post this morning, I put a goal out there for June and I didn't hit it. Guess what? Still here, still fine, still eventually going to hit it. Okay. So you need to have a longer term goal to remind you of what you're actually here for. And then you need a short-term goal that's going to make you push. It's going to make you wake up a little bit earlier, or stay up a little bit later, or get more host to post up, or send out the scary message that you've been scared to send. So you need those two types of goals to be successful. And then I added this just for fun. A lot of us pick a word for the year, but I also like to pick a word of the month. It's also because I'm really indecisive. So choosing a word for the year stresses me out. So I always have my one word, but then I like to pick a different word. So it could be discipline. It could be purpose or confidence. It can be anything you guys want, whatever word's on your heart. So you can have a word of the month that you're going to focus on. And then here on the left-hand side, like I said, I know this is kind of self-explanatory, but I'm going to walk it through because I know that some people will have questions. So the whole point of this sheet is to look at what you've done, look at what you want to achieve, and then to come back at the end of the month and look at what you actually did. So here you should go look at how many enrollments you had. And I didn't break it up by distributors and customers, just total enrollments. Okay, so write your June enrollments, then write your goal for July enrollments. And then at the end of the day on July 31st or August 1st, you're going to come back and you're going to write down the amount of enrollments that you actually achieved in the month of July. Okay, down here is for your network. You're going to go to Facebook. You can also do your Instagram followers if you're someone that works Instagram. You're going to write the current number of friends you have on Facebook. Then you're going to write your goal for how much you're going to grow your network or what your total number of friends will be on July 31st. And then again, on July 31st, you will write where you actually stand. Okay. Volume, self-explanatory. Your last volume, you can go look in the eSuite to see where you ended, what your goal is, and then where you end up. But here's one of the most important things, you guys. Sarah, Tiffany, and I were talking about host to post and how, so we know we preach this over and over, but there's some people that were like, we just wish that they could see it. We just wish they could see how much this could change their business if they committed to really trying to get up 10 a day, even 5 a day, you guys. I bet if you looked at your average, if you looked at how many you got in June and you divided it by 30 days, you might be disappointed. Okay, some of you would be happy, but I think there's a lot of people that woke up on June 1st, I'm going to average 10 a day. And then somewhere along the way, we took a few days off and then it seemed hard again, or you only got a couple up, or a lot of people didn't post for you that day and you look up and it's been a week and you've only had 10 posted. This is the main way you are growing your business right now. So we want you to keep track of what this is going to look like. So host to post, total number of June host to post. A quick way to do this, you guys, without having to go through and count one by one, is if you are, I think the easiest way is from a computer, but if you go to your collections, which I know almost everyone on here that does host to post uses collections, it'll tell you how many things are in that collection. So you don't have to go through and count. It'll tell you, X amount of items here. So that will be your total number of June host to post up. Then we want you to set a goal for the month of July. Okay, so the whole month of July, how many host to posts you're going to get up, and then you're going to break that down. So if you wanted 300 host to posts in the month of July, you would divide that by 7, and that would be how many you need each week. And then you're going to divide that by how many you need daily. So you'll divide that by, sorry, I said the wrong number, but you'll divide it by 4 weeks or like whatever. And then then you'll break that down by 7 days. Okay. And if you take a day off, you'll divide it by 6. Okay. And then how many you actually get up. Okay. So I don't know if anyone else is excited about having a tracker. I know some personality types are like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Like, just show me the money. I get it. But I'm excited about it because I think a lot of times we look up in this business and we don't know why certain things are the way that they are. Well, we kind of worked and we kind of showed up and I posted and I was consistent, but my check didn't go up. And there's we get paid in different ways and, we get bonuses and commissions and all this, but most of our success comes from the daily effort. But if you don't know where your enrollments are coming from or what your numbers look like, you never know if you're doing enough or too much or too inconsistent. So this tracker is meant to help you guys be able to self-evaluate. Because I think a lot of times people aren't very good at this in this business, because in other jobs, we have someone that evaluates us. We have someone that says, show up for these hours, do these things, we'll pay you X amount of dollars, then go home. But here, we're in charge of how we show up, when we show up, and what we do, and we are the first people to let ourselves off the hook. So this tracker is just a way to remind you of what you said you were going to do in the beginning, and a way for you to look back on it and decide if you're on track. And you can make the decision of, oh my gosh, I said I was going to get up X amount a day. I didn't get up any yesterday. So you can make the decision to make up for lost time and double up that next day. But sometimes I think people are just kind of just blissfully going through the business and just what happens is what happens, and they have no sort of system. So I'm hoping this will give you a system to follow and goals that you can reach that aren't just based on enrollments. Because to be honest, besides that enrollment box in the top left-hand corner, everything else on that sheet is what leads to the enrollments. The enrollments are a side effect of every other thing on that sheet. Getting the host to post up, maybe not the volume necessarily, but growing your network. That stuff is what leads to the enrollments. So if you can get the rest of it, that box in the top left corner should match. But that's the other cool thing about doing this tracker is we'll be able to look up at the end of the month and you're like, look, I did this and my enrollments still weren't where I wanted them to be. And then we know that we need to, there's a disconnect, that either the messaging is off or the follow-up isn't there, or we're not reaching out to people in a timely manner from host to post. Like, it could be anything, but that allows us to troubleshoot knowing that you are getting the numbers out there. So just on a side note, you can't make your goal to get one host to post up a day. It's not going to work either. The point of this sheet is to push you. So it doesn't have to necessarily be 10, whatever is manageable for you, but just know that if we would have had this last month, I mean, we had people sign 20, 30, 40 customers last month, and I guarantee you, if we compared that sheet with someone that enrolled 4, nobody was building this business wrong, but this person's numbers are going to be way higher because they committed to doing more host to post, to growing their network faster. So set your goals high and then figure out a way to reach them with the, getting up a little bit earlier, staying up a little bit later, working harder on days you have more time. I said this the other night, but if you have family coming in town, that's going to happen. I'm looking at Sarah. She knows she's having a baby this month. Like, she knows that. It's not a surprise. So plan accordingly, have some sort of system in place so that those things don't have to throw you off track in your business, but that you can also enjoy that time with your baby or with your family or on your vacation or whatever. So last little thing I'm going to say, then Tiffany is going to jump in here for a minute. What you guys do this month is still going to be paying you 2 months before Christmas. Like, on October 15th, you're still going to be getting paid on what you do in July, you guys. That's crazy. So if you want to still be making a crazy income, if you want to have that Christmas of your dreams, if you guys want to go somewhere for Christmas, you work now. You don't work when Christmas gets closer. The work that you put in now, it stacks. You guys, what we do, planting seeds, this residual income, it's compound. So if you guys will just commit to the daily process, I promise you it will pay off. Your harvest will come. This business comes in waves for a lot of us. There are still days where I'm like, I am never going to sign another person ever again. Like, we still have those moments. We all have it, but I trust the process and I still show up and I do the things whether or not I'm feeling like it or not, because I know it pays off, because I've been doing it long enough. I've trusted it long enough to know that it'll come back around even on the days that I feel like it never will. So trust the process as much as you can, you guys. Show up, use the trackers, do the activities that people are doing that are seeing success. It's not magic. It's just showing up daily. So I'm going to let Tiffany chat here on a few things.
Yes.
Okay. There you are.
So I am about to tell you the biggest secret of success ever. So if you are ready to hear this secret, comment in the chats now. Like, are you ready to hear the biggest secret of how you can reach your July goal? Ready? Action. That's it. Straight up action. You have your goal. You put it in the chat earlier. If you didn't put it in the chat, you put it on the team page. If you didn't do either, you need to do it because you need to know what your goal is. But here's the thing, guys. I want you to be stubborn with your goals. Like, don't just settle for, I just want to do this. If I could just sign like 4 customers. Dude, we have 31 days in the month. Expand your goals because you are worthy. Like Alyssa said on this tracker, and that's another thing I want y'all to do. I want you to, and I put it in the chat earlier, I want you to pinky promise you're going to use this because this is going to bring you success and it's going to open your eyes of how much host to post changes your business. So I want you to have that small goal, but I also want you to see bigger and be stubborn with your goal and have that bigger goal as well, because you're worthy of that. And that's what I want every single one of y'all to understand and realize is that you are worthy of your goals. Stop limiting yourself because you're holding your own self back by limiting yourself. The next thing I want to say is just to get your running shoes on. I mean, as Alyssa said, I'm sure you've heard this many times from your sponsor. If you're on my team, I'm sure you've heard it from me. But guys, the season that we are in right now, where we are, what is happening is hard to put into words. And if you've never seen this type of momentum before, please just trust us and run. Be that ignorance on fire. It's okay if you don't know all the questions or all the answers to the questions. That's what we're here for. That's what your sponsor is for. We will help get you through the way. But as of right now, like we have 2 goals, very simple goals in this company: to help people with our products and to help people sign up and make money. At the end of the day, we have 2 things that we're looking for. So don't overcomplicate it. We have several ways that we can share the business through social media, in person, host a post, all of these things. That's how we work. That's how we spread what we have our hands on. But as far as what we need to be successful in this business, it's 2 things. So don't overcomplicate it and just take off and run. Whether you are a day in this business or you are, years in this business, we still have the same goals: to find customers and to find distributors. And just please trust us when we say run, run, run. Don't look anywhere except for ahead. I promise you that you won't regret it. The next thing, I think a lot of people have heard me say this before, but I know there's a lot of new people. So what I want you to focus on this month is control, alt, delete. And basically you're controlling your actions, okay? So you're controlling what you put in. You are in control. If you feel stuck, you can get yourself unstuck. I promise you are in control of getting yourself unstuck. If you feel like you're in a bad headspace or whatever it is, you have the ability to get yourself out. You are in control. There's nobody else in control of your life except for you. So I want you to control those actions. I want you to alter your thinking. So instead of seeing the glass half empty, or instead of, waking up and going, man, Becky and Jerry and Susie, like, I didn't get anything off of their host to post. Or, the way that you think about things like that, it causes that negative energy that carries with you all day long. But if you can alter your thinking and you can see the positives of the fact that you didn't get anything off of Becky, Jerry, and Susie's post, except for adding 10 people to your network, and that is huge. So you may not get a customer off every single post, but every single host to post is growing your network somehow, some way. Do you know today, I had a lady comment on a host to post. She wanted an entry. So she hosted a post for me. I sent her a cleanse host to post. So here she is. She got her entry for her host to post. Then she read the host to post and said, how can I get that? So I sent her the message about the cleanse. And guess what? 5 seconds later, I had a unicorn loyal customer. So just know that all host to post, they have a reason. I may not even get anything off of her host to post, but guess what? I got her as a loyal. They all play a part in your business. So please alter your thinking as far as finding the positives in everything, okay? You will thank me for that. Your sponsor will thank me for that. I promise you. Be positive. And the last thing is delete. So we are deleting negativity. That goes off of deleting negativity on your Facebook, deleting negativity in your circle. It's a crazy world we live in, guys. It is a crazy world. But let's watch what we put on social media. I know that it's a platform where we can share anything and everything, but you also have to understand, if you are inviting new people to your network to want to make money or do the product or get our products and stuff, you want to be able to have a platform that they enjoy coming to. Okay. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Whenever you're posting, again, it goes back. When I post something, I always think of, does this pertain to my family? Does this pertain to my faith? Does this pertain to my business? And if it doesn't, in one of those categories, I just don't post it, because that's my business platform. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this month, I want y'all to focus on control, alt, delete. Okay. And then the next thing is, don't ignore your own potential. Sometimes we sit here and we forget the potential that we have. And I don't want y'all to pass that up because you're concentrating on other aspects of the business, or how can I make this post perfect, or how can I get that all the time. someone will send me this to read, and I'm like, it's perfect, just post it. Just trust your gut, or you don't spend so much time trying to come up with that perfect post or the perfect reply. Your punctuation, I mean, I may have some grammar Nazis on here. I know I have some on my team that kill me, like y'all will kill me because for saying this out loud. But it's okay if you have a typo. Like, I promise you that. Like, it shows that you're real. It shows that, if you're sending a voice message and your kid's screaming in the background, that's me. I'm talking about myself here, guys. And it shows that I'm a real person. So be real, y'all. Like, don't overthink everything because you're robbing yourself. Like, don't ignore your own potential. Just trust yourself. People want you. People buy you before they ever buy the products or the business. Remember that. And then the last thing I want to say is, just to piggyback off of Alyssa, guys, these Zooms, I know we sound like a broken record, but we do these every single week for a reason. They're important. Sunday night huddles, we understand that you may not be able to get on every single Zoom. We get that. But that doesn't mean that you can't commit to 1 to 2, possibly 3 Zooms a week. Like, it's not the end of the day. And I don't know who or what Zoom we talked about this particular thing on, but if you need to tell your spouse what time your Zooms are, talk to your spouse about that. Let them know that this is my work time right here. I have to hop on these Zooms, because I'm going to tell you, Zooms will grow your business, as a lot of y'all know that. But make sure that your newbies know that too. Tuesday, Thursdays, a lot of my newbies have been killing it, but it's because they're getting on the Tuesday, Thursday Zooms. And so make sure that your newbies get on. Make sure you get on. They're not just for newbies. I love the information. Everybody has the exact same goals, but everybody does things just a smidge differently. So it's just awesome to be able to kind of hear different ways of how everybody talks about it and works the business. So get on those Zooms. Make sure you get on the team huddles. Ruby and Above, we have some amazing things headed for Ruby and Above. So if you're a leader, make sure that you get on those Ruby and Above Zooms. And we're going out of our way to make sure that these are very special Zooms for y'all. So just make sure you get on. And if you're able to hop whenever you are on, and you are able to have your video on where we can see your faces, just know that we love your faces. We love to be able to see you nod and see you smile. And I'm guilty of it at times too, where I may have a backache and I'm soaking in the tub and y'all don't want to see that. So I get it. There's times where a video is not acceptable. But if you're able to have your video on, know that we love that. We love to see your face. So that would be all that I have to say. I just want y'all to understand where we are in this business, what July has to offer, and you are the one in control. You have the ability to hit your goal. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it. So that's all I have.
I love it. I'm going to piggyback one other thing, and then Sarah's going to share a little tip. And we've said this before, and you guys know it. It's common knowledge. But if what you're doing isn't working for you, do something different. Ask for help. Change your strategy. Change your host to post. Stop using the same host to post script over and over. Getting 20 host to post up doesn't help you if not a single one is getting comments. Yes, sometimes we don't get a response. Sometimes you ask someone to host for you and they say no. Sometimes you message people that said you could message them and they don't respond. Look, that's all normal. I'm not saying that. But if what you are doing, if you are showing up for your business, you're doing all the things and you're not seeing results, don't continue to do that for a couple months and then say this business didn't work for you. You have to evolve. You have to learn. You have to reach out for help when you're not seeing the results that you feel like you should be seeing. Someone wants to help you change that, but that's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting something to change. So be willing to learn and be vulnerable and reach out and just say, I'm getting 10 hosts to post up a day, but I'm not signing customers. Okay. And we'll talk through it. And chances are your harvest is just coming, but there might be something we can tweak. Sometimes it's just something small. Sometimes we're not following up with people. Sometimes we're scared of being pushy. Sometimes we're messaging people before we're friends on Facebook, not realizing it might be in their request folder. Like, it could be something so tiny, you guys. So make sure that you are aware of that. And again, I think that self-evaluation, doing this growth tracker, is really going to help you pinpoint those things that maybe you feel like you're doing, but you're not doing as much when you put it down on paper. So Sarah, I'll let you share whatever is on your heart, friend.
Okay, so mine is just kind of a practical tip. But as far as host to post goes, something that was like super, I mean, I've always done the giveaway host to post, but I started getting out like at least 5 most days. Sometimes like 2 or 3 would blow up and I'd be like, okay, I'm good for the day. But I would like, if your thought on here at all is like host to post doesn't work, any of that stuff, commit to getting out for this first week at least 5 giveaway host to post up, not at, like they have to post it. And 5 a day, sorry. Because that's literally just where the ball starts rolling. So commit to like 5 a day. Like I said, if like a couple blow up right away, give yourself some slack, and be okay with that. But the commit to doing at least 5, because like that was something that really started picking up my stuff too. Like, anyway, that's really all I have. I mean, I second and third and amen and preach to all of the stuff you guys were saying too.
No, I'm really glad that you said that, because that was one of the things I was going to share. I know we have a bunch of host to post trackers out there, but I would really, really highly encourage you guys to take a host to post tracker that you have. Like if you have the one that's, I know there's some that's like 6 product host to post and 2 giveaway and 2 business opportunity. I would honestly, if you're struggling with host to post, getting up 10 a day, flip that. Do 5 or 6 giveaway posts and then 3 product and an opportunity. Or a better breakdown is probably like you said, 5 giveaway host to post and then 3 product host to post and then 2 business host to post. Flip that for a while, because you guys getting more people in your inbox, getting more people on your page. Yes, they are not initially reaching out to you about the business or products. They're reaching out to you about a giveaway. Those, I feel like I sign just as many customers from giveaway host to post as I do from heart host to post or any other product host to post, because they're in your inbox and they start seeing your stuff. So don't underestimate the power of those giveaway host to post. Yes, they're not immediate enrollments, but it will help other areas of your business. It'll help visibility on your page. It makes a huge difference. And if you are someone that struggles to get up 10 host to post a day, I've been there, and these giveaway host to post change that. I mean, there are very few days where I am not overwhelmed by a giveaway host to post. There's just a lot of people that want to win cash or a Louis Vuitton. So don't do only giveaway host to post. At some point you have to have product ones in there too. But you guys, it's a game changer. So kind of flip your thinking about that this month. If you need to get more posts up, change your chart or whatever, your tracker, to kind of reflect that, at least like she said, for the first week. So okay, that's it, I think, for tonight. Appreciate you guys for hopping on. We'll see you guys still on the Thursday night training tomorrow and the Sunday night huddle this week. So see you guys later. Thanks for hopping on.